Welcome back. Ciara Duffy has had an evolving identity in her high school career. At first, she was known as Caitlin and Maura's little sister. The last 2 years, she was the second option on her state championship teams. This season, she is ready to take on a leading role as one of the state's top players.
Number 44, Ciara Duffy.
Ciara is the fifth out of 8 siblings in the Duffy family to star for St. Thomas More's basketball team so far. And as you might expect, the household gets a little competitive.
It's definitely really competitive. We've, had some interesting horse games, interesting one-on-one games, but it's really fun to, be able to follow your siblings, and they set a great example, and they really have pushed me and taught me a lot about the game and just, life lessons through it.
She's taken those life lessons and passed them on to her teammates.
And her understanding of how to lead, and she leads by example so well. She takes the young girls in. She's able to make sure that everybody's on the same page, and it's on and off the court, and it's very good, I think, for the rest of the team to be around Ciara and what she brings.
While her leadership and off-court actions are a huge strength, she showed her on-court play is just as strong. Ciara helped the Cavaliers to back-to-back state titles and recently eclipsed 1,000 points in her high school career. But she didn't know just how good she could be until she started playing during the summer.
I got to start playing, in the summer on AAU teams with my sisters, and just kind of
interest from colleges, including some big conference Division I schools. But Ciara had her eyes on the University of South Dakota, and in August made the decision to go there next year. Although it wasn't the deciding factor, it didn't hurt that her sister Caitlin had just transferred from Colorado State to USD the year before.
I never really saw it as a possibility just because, she was just a little, older than me, that it wouldn't work. But once she went to USD and then I started looking there, it kind of came into the realm of possibilities. But I kind of always knew where she stood, and she just didn't want to push me any one direction. She just wanted me to be happy, and luckily that ended up being that we will get to play together. So I'm, excited to get to finally play with her.
While she definitely looks forward to playing with Caitlin next year, she's set on continuing to build St. Thomas More into a perennial power.
I think just seeing, the work that it took to get our program here, because, it hasn't really always been like that, and to see, my sisters were kind of at the forefront a little bit, and a lot of other great players of, pushing this program and pushing the limits. We just made it to state for the first time in 2011, I believe. So seeing that, it hasn't always been like this, and we're going to need to work to keep it like this, has been a big, I think, motivator for everyone.
Her team is once again ranked atop Class A with a great chance to capture their 3rd title in 3 years. She knows the ultimate icing on the cake would be another state championship.
It would feel really good. There's a lot of girls on this team that have been a part of the other ones, but definitely, especially us seniors, it would mean a lot to be able to, put our little stamp on this program.
St. Thomas More has created something of a dynasty in Class A hoops. Jason, obviously Ciara is a big part of that. Her senior season, though, hasn't gotten off to the start that she wanted, not because she's playing poorly, but because she didn't play at all early due to an injury that she suffered in soccer. Pretty serious one, too.
Yeah, she broke her leg in soccer. First time she said she's broke anything other than her nose earlier, so she's never really had to deal with injuries. So she's coming back a little bit slowly, not getting as many minutes, so you can see the totals right here.
Sure.
Not quite what they were last year when she was first team All-State, but look at that, 40% from three-point range. And also, remember, this team is blowing teams out left and right. They don't need to play her the full game, right. So the numbers look a little deceiving, but no doubt that she is one of the best players in the state.
Nice little advantage, luxury for Coach Canlin to be able to work her back in kind of slowly as she recovers, get her back to full speed. They want her in March, let's be honest.
That's right, but they have a tough run coming up this weekend, playing against T and then Elk Point Jefferson, a couple of contenders.
Well, as you can imagine, those numbers, along with the success of that St. Thomas More program, have the staff at USD very excited. Here's what Coyotes head coach Amy Williams had to say about her prized recruit.
Well, she's extremely versatile. She does a lot of things on the basketball court that are going to make our team better. But the best thing about her is she's a champion. She knows how to win. She's very competitive, and she finds ways to win. She's been a part of a lot of state championship teams there at St. Thomas More, and that's what we love about her.
Yeah, Coach Williams and the Coyotes certainly very glad to have Ciara Duffy
Huge
in
get
the
for
mix
them.
starting next season. That's a prized in-state recruit staying home to play for the Coyotes. All right, well, it may be ice cold outside, but things are just starting to heat up on the high school hardwood. Jason will walk us through this week's high school hoops forecast right after this.
Varsity Sports on Midco Sports Network is presented by Mitchell Technical Institute, Shields, and Farmers Union Insurance Agency.